Let us discuss the dehydration, dehydration reactions in cleavage of the carbon and oxygen bond. Okay, so let's discuss about the dehydration. Dehydration is nothing but we are going to use the acid called concentrated sulfuric acid, that is nothing but H2SO4. It acts as a strong acid at 443 Kelvin. We are going to remove the water molecules and also we are going to obtain the compound called alkene compound. Let's react with the alcohols. So what happens in this case? I am taking the example of ethyl alcohol, that is called CH3. That is called CH3 CH2OH. Because of the two carbon, its name is called ethanol. This ethyl alcohol. This compound is called ethyl alcohol. When it is going to react with this concentrated H2SO4, when it is react with concentrated H2SO4, what we are going to obtain? We are going to remove of the water molecules. That is called removal of the water molecules, and after this removal of this water molecules, we are going to obtain the alkene compound, that is called CH2 double bond CH2. So like this, and when this acid which is going to remove of this water molecules, that's why it acts as a dehydrating agent. It acts as a dehydrating agent. Dehydrating is removal of the water molecules, and also we are going to obtain the alkene compound. Let's take one more example, that is called butanol, which is going to react with H2SO4 in order to get alkene, that is called butane. So let's see the example. CH3 CH2 CH2OH. Its name is called butanol. When you do the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms, and first carbon OH group is attached, that is called functional group. Its name is called butane 1-ol. Butane 1-ol. Because the first carbon OH group is attached, its name is called butanol. This is called alcohol. When it is going to treated with H2SO4, that is called dehydrating agent in order to get the removal of the water molecules, like this. After this removal of water molecules, this bond migrates here, that becomes the alkene compound, that is CH3 CH2 CH double bond CH2. Its name is called alkene, that is called butane, because 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms is there, but 1-ene. Its name is called but 1-ene, because at the first carbon alkene group will be there, so that's why its name is called but 1-ene. So like this, these alcohols which is going to be treated with the H2SO4, that is called dehydrating agent in order to get the removal of the water molecules, and also along with alkene compound is going to be obtained. We have seen the last reactions that H2SO4, that is called sulfuric acid, it acts as a dehydrating agent in order to remove the water molecules. Not only this, we are also using phosphoric acid, that is called H3PO4. It is also remove the water molecules in various respective alcohols. So, and also one more important note here, the rate of dehydration of alcohols in the order will be, that is called tertiary will be greater than secondary, and secondary is greater than the primary. So this is the order of the dehydration of the different alcohols. That is in tertiary greater than secondary, secondary is greater than primary alcohols. And here you know this one, this tertiary and secondary alcohols, due to the greater removal of the water molecules, it requires only milder conditions of the dehydrating agent, whereas this primary alcohols, it is very much difficult to remove the water molecules. That's why we are going to use the strong conditions of the dehydrating agent. So let's see here, tertiary and secondary alcohols, while using phosphoric acid, we are going to make the partiality, that is called tertiary alcohols, it requires only less percentage of the phosphoric acid, whereas the secondary alcohols, it requires more number of percentage in order to remove the water molecules. So let's see with examples. I am going to take the isopropyl alcohol. I take the secondary alcohol, CH3 CH3 and OH. So this is called secondary alcohol. So because the two R group is, that is CH3 group is attached to the carbon atom, they act as a secondary alcohol. Also we are going to name it as a isopropyl alcohol, or I write as a propane 2-ol, because by writing the numbering 1, 2, 3, and the second carbon OH group is attached, that's why it's named as propane 2-ol. What happens? We are going to use the phosphoric acid, that is called H3PO4 around 85% at 443 Kelvin. We are going to remove the water molecules. and also it is a cleavage of the carbon and oxygen bond. When you remove these water molecules, this bond get migrates to form the alkene, that is called proptoene. So I write the product CH3 CH as it is double bond CH2. Its name is called pro-1-ene. Pro-1-ene. Let's see the tertiary alcohol. Tertiary alcohol is nothing but 3R group must be attached here. 3R group must be attached here. It is CH3, CH3, CH3 and OH group. So this is called tertiary alcohol. When it is going to react with this phosphoric acid, so because of the order, so it requires only less percentage. That is called around 20% of this phosphoric acid at 358 Kelvin. We are going to remove the water molecules and also this bond migrates here in order to get the alkene compound. This is called CH3, CH3, double bond CH2. So like this dehydrating agent of this phosphoric acid, which is going to take place because of the different alcohols categories. Because of this order, it requires 85% for secondary alcohol and it requires only 20% for the tertiary alcohol. Let us discuss with the very important mechanism called mechanism of the dehydration of the alcohols. That is very important. First I discuss with the reaction and later I explain the mechanism, which involves very few steps. That is only 3 steps. We are going to see that how we are going to obtain the alkene compound. Let's see the reaction. So I am going to take here ethyl alcohol, that is nothing but CH3 CH2OH. This is called ethyl alcohol. When I am going to take place with the H2SO4 at 443 Kelvin. At 443 Kelvin, we are going to remove the water molecules because it acts as a dehydrating agent, right? So in order to remove all these water molecules, we are going to obtain the alkene compound. That is called ethene. CH2 double bond CH2. So this is a very simple reaction, and also we are going to see the mechanism. It involves the 3 steps how we are going to obtain the alkene. Let's discuss here. Let's see the mechanism how the water molecules we are going to eliminate from the ethyl alcohol. Let's see the step 1, that is called protonation of alcohol. Protonation is we are going to generation of the proton which is going to react with the alcohol compound. Let's see the first step, protonation of alcohol. So here I am going to take the H2SO4. That is called concentrated H2SO4. It acts as a very acid. It is a very strong acid. Acid means it always donates its proton. That is called, when it is liberated here, dissociate, it forms the H plus and HSO4 minus ion. Right? So now it is generation of this proton from the acid. So this is a generation of the proton. That is called protonation of an alcohol. This proton which is going to react with the alcohol. I take the ethyl alcohol. It is called CH3, CH2. This is called ethyl, and ethyl alcohol when it is going to react with H plus. So what happens? The presence of the lone pair of electrons on the oxygen atom, which is going to react with H plus. So we are going to obtain the protonation of an alcohol. This is called protonation. This is a proton which is going to react with alcohol. That is called protonation of alcohol. CH3, CH2, O becomes positive charge because of the 2 hydrogen. That is this hydrogen and this hydrogen. I have read as like this. So this is protonation of the alcohol. So its name is called ethyl oxonium ion. Because of the ethyl compound which is attached to this oxonium ion. This is called ethyl oxonium ion. Ethyl oxonium ion. So this is the first step. So let's discuss about the second step, that is called generation of the carbocation. We are going to use this product, that is called ethyl oxonium ion. Second step, ethyl oxonium ion. So here what happens in the generation of the carbocation here. So this ethyl oxonium ion which loses the stable water molecules. This is an water molecules, right? H2O. Stable, it is a stable compound. So in order to get this, it loses the water molecules. When this cleavage of this carbon and oxygen bond takes place, this the carbon gets the positive charge because tetra is a carbon, right? So here is the one bond with the methyl group and 2 hydrogen, and this bond returns. Now it is going to form the cation. That is called CH3, CH2, plus. So like this we are going to form the carbocation and also we are going to remove the water molecules, and this step is called slow step and also it is called rate determining step. This is a slow step because when it loses the stable water molecules it takes a little time. So in order to remove the water molecules and also we are going to form the carbocation. So this is called step 2, generation of or formation of the carbocation. Let's discuss about the step 3, that is called the last step, elimination reaction. This step is called step 3 reaction is called elimination reaction. From the product from the step 2 I am going to write it as CH3 CH2. So because here it is because already cation is formed here, so what happens, it is called elimination reaction. Conversion of double bond into single bond is called addition reaction, and here conversion of single bond into double bond is called elimination reaction. So what happens here, the elimination of the proton takes place in the step 3. So like this proton will be eliminates. What happens, this bond come and migrate here, that becomes the double bond, that is called ethene compound. CH2 double bond CH2, what we are going to remove here, H plus, that is called elimination of the proton. Elimination of the proton, H plus we are going to remove. So this is called elimination of the proton. We are going to obtain the double bond here. So this compound is called ethene. So like this mechanism involves the 3 steps. First step is generation of the proton. Generation of the proton from the acid. So this proton which is going to react with the ethyl alcohol in order to get the ethyl oxonium ion from the step 1. In the step 2, this ethyl oxonium ion, this is called slow step because it is also act as a rate determining step because it loses the stable water molecules. It takes time. So in order to get the formation of the carbocation and also elimination of the removal of the water molecules. From the step 3, we are going to take this product, and here this is called elimination of the proton. From this step 3, we are going to obtain the alkene compound. Also we have removed the proton.